Okay, let's start with the episode 2 of Mahabharata. Amba left Hastinapur in search of somebody strong enough to defeat Bhishma. Because we all know Bhishma is the reason, or she thinks is the reason, that she lost her love, Shalva. She lost her home. She lost every place that was supposed to be her home. And then, because of this, is the main reason, she went from kingdom to kingdom to find someone who can defeat Bhishma. But because of Bhishma's boon that his father gave him, that nobody can defeat him, and nobody can kill him until and unless he asks for himself. As Amba went from kingdom to kingdom to ask for help, nobody would help her because everybody knew the Bhishma was undefeated. To defeat Bhishma, it is not possible, or it is next to impossible to defeat Bhishma. Finally, Amba learned about Lord Parshurama, or a sage Parshurama, that he was the one who taught Bhishma how to fight, how to win the battles. He was the guru known as a teacher. So she thought that if she goes to Parshurama, there are high chances that he might defeat Bhishma. So she went to Parshurama and spoke and told all about her story, what has happened because of Bhishma. And Parshurama, on the other hand, is also a god. After hearing Amba's pain, Lord Parshurama thought of speaking with his disciple, that is Bhishma, and to accept Amba and end her suffering. But Bhishma was bound to his vow, so he cannot do that. And on the other hand, Lord Parshurama thought it was his responsibility now to mm, give justice to Amba. So he was ready to fight Bhishma just to make sure that Bhishma loses or marries to Amba. Neither the guru nor the disciple were ready to abandon dharma. Dharma is duty again. So because they understood it, because they have their own principles in it, and neither side was willing to change. So the Lord Parshurama thought that only there is one way to end this matter was by combat. The teacher challenged his own disciple in a deadly combat. Well, when the battle started, Parashurama thought that the justice was not served to Amba, but whereas Bhishma thought that breaking his own vow would be an injustice. Both started fighting with each other. They took their own weapons. They started their fight. It was so fierce that all the sky was stumbled. Everybody was watching. Every heaven gods were watching the battle. The battle was so furious that nobody wanted to intervene and stop the battle because they knew even if they intervene, they would just die because the battle was so furious. The god Parashurama and the kind of immortal Bhishma. Neither of the warriors were fighting for a victory. They were just fighting for their own principle and just to give justice to the society. The fight went so serious, they both took out their own Brahmastra. Brahmastra in today's generation, we can call this as a nuclear weapon. And just think of it as it is more powerful because one Brahmastra has a capability of destroying a whole planet. Now think of it, like because of two people are fighting, is it necessary for the hundreds and thousands and the whole planet needs to be destroyed? No, right? And that is the main reason the gods of God, known as Lord Shiva, he is the destroyer. It is said to be that he is a destroyer. He is so powerful that he just intervened. He stopped both the Brahmastra and told them that this fight has no outcome. None of you are going to lose, which will be just continuing of your fight. And because this has no end, I promise you that Amba, this fight has no point. Because you think that it has been injustice to you, I'll give you a boon, or I will give you a sentence or vow in such a way that you will be the reason. If you are fighting for justice in future upcoming any event, you will be reincarnated just to make sure that you are the reason the Bhishma dies. And Bhishma makes a sentence on that day: if ever Amba is reincarnated, so Bhishma makes a sentence to Lord Shiva that if ever Amba is reincarnated in any form and if she stood before him, he will surrender all his weapons. And he will just surrender his all his weapon and anybody can then take him out. So this is how Amba got her justice in this form. So then she stood herself and made her a vow that she will become such powerful woman that she will be the reason Bhishma dies. So this is for episode 2. Now stay tuned to watch what happens to next because Bhishma has got two wives for Vichitravirya. Do they make sons? Do they get daughters? Or like something happens to Vichitravirya? Stay tuned because I will explain it in the next episode. And at the same time, will Amba get reincarnated? Just to know that, watch this whole series. I'll be making multiple episodes on it. And you will know one of the greatest war ever fought for a woman. Thank you. Please like, share, and subscribe Something New with Sand to get more of these episodes.